In this preseason special of the Weekend Wash-Up, we'll be going over the match sim games that occurred over the last week, and boy oh boy, some of those were a tough watch. It's time to get into it. It's time for the Weekend Wash-Up.
Get around him! Get around him! Push up! Oh, and he's talking a bit of trash too!
What a joker.
He's coming off. Get him back off. Get him off. Get him off. Get him off. Rocket. We can't hear.
Disgusting! That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Yes, that's right. We are back again. As always, I'm your host, Matt Craig, sitting on my lonesome in the studio today. But I am joined over the phone by none other than resident fantasy failure, David Bushell. Bushy, welcome, mate.
Well, thanks, mate. Thanks for that beautiful intro.
No worries,
yes,
fire up.
I am at home. I am at home here in a bit of isolation. So, sorry to anyone that has to hear my voice here. I'm a bit croaky.
Yeah, no, maybe. Look, we need to be fully fit and ready to go for, especially this week, heading into, because we've got a massive week ahead. So those who are listening, it'll be Wednesday morning if you're catching us then. It's currently Tuesday night, but the real preseason for us starts tomorrow. So that means full stats, time on ground percentage. Like, this is the whole lot. This is what it's all about. This is where it gets really serious. Now, we can make some takeaways from last week, Dave, I think, but we've also got to be careful because we had a lot of blokes that were playing State of Origin that didn't play. And there's a lot of asterisks, I would say. And I tell you another thing, we're entering draft season, like proper.
Yes,
and if you ask me, best week of the year.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. Yeah, I mean draft day is the best. Yeah, best day of the year for me.
No, absolutely. So we've got our home league draft on Sunday. Then we've got our wash-up draft league next Wednesday. So that's exciting. Looking forward to taking on some of the legends in that. If you haven't yet, be sure to grab our updated rankings, which we've just posted over on our Patreon. And if you're not in there, join the Discord to keep up to date with all the preseason match discussion, because I'm sure there's going to be plenty of meltdowns starting to occur now that it's getting serious. I know I'll be across a lot more this weekend than I was over the last week, if I'm being honest. If you're new to the pod, be sure to leave us a rating on Spotify or Apple. And subscribe if you watch over on YouTube. And, of course, follow us on the socials at Weekend Wash Up. I think we get straight into it here, Dave, with the match sim recap.
Yes.
Starting all the way back last week, Wednesday, Hawks and Geelong. Now, I don't have too many takeaways here because it was after Origin. Like, there wasn't many, there wasn't too much you could take away from it. But I think the one big takeaway we can all agree on, Connor McDonald, massive tick.
Yeah. It's interesting because Sam Mitchell had sort of come out and said, he's not going to play midfield. It was just to, get him to run with the mids in pre-season. But, what are we thinking? He's gonna get 50% mid time, do you reckon?
Yeah, look, there's a few blokes that are in a very similar category, I'd say. The main thing for Connor McDonald that I like is the opportunity is clearly there. No Will Day, and outside of John Newcomb, there's not really much else. I don't know, like Josh Ward's, he's there. As far as their midfield goes, there is plenty of CBAs to go around. I think Connor McDonald is locked into, he might not be a full-time mid this year, but I think if he was a full-time mid, he's a 100-plus guy because he could score in juniors. He can score fantasy points. I think more likely you're looking at 40 to 50% CBAs. That's a role we saw Matt Kennedy score almost a ton in. We've seen Dylan Moore be very successful as a high half forward, pushing to the mid for the Hawks. He went, now of course these stats we need to say are unofficial, but just as a roundabout, it's a good indication. The fact he had 20 kicks, 8 marks, and 110 points with a goal. The bloke is a gun, he can score. He was already locked in for me, but this just all but threw the key away, I think.
Yeah, okay. If so he he has a bit of a bad game in pre-season, are you going to be okay with that? And round 0, I suppose.
Yeah, a preseason definitely. I mean, look, if in round 0 he went 60, you'd probably
Mm,
have to look at it. But I
yeah.
don't know. I think I'm pretty confident with what role we're going to see.
Okay.
And I'm pretty confident that even if he just goes 70, like I think I've seen enough that I'm willing to take a gamble here that I think he can push it towards 90,
All right. Yeah, cool.
especially as a forward. So Josh Ward, I did briefly mention, I think he'll get opportunity in the midfield, and he scored okay in the past. Um, I think, yeah, he is a serious draft slider for me at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't think we can go there in fantasy, but hey, he's definitely one to watch. And lastly for the Hawks, Sam Butler. So he was solid again. He seems to score pretty well when he plays. So another
Mm,
possible draft flyer up forward. If Connor McDonald kind of vacates that half forward role, I think Butler's ready to step up there.
awesome.
For Geelong, look, Ollie Dempsey. It's a shame he's mid only because it looks like he's going to improve. Looks very good, scored well. We'll get some midfield run, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Like when Geelong have their full complement back, yeah, that's just.
Yeah.
But hey, want to keep an eye on for draft. Jimmy Warple. So look, it's a dirty name. He had 8 tackles, that's what Jimbo does. He's going to get mid clock. He's going to tackle hard. He's going to score okay. I'm not that
Mm,
interested. I think someone's going to jump at him in draft. I don't know. Maybe I'm doubting him because he's gone at nearly 100 before, so he can do it.
yeah. That'd be interesting. I mean, he's at what, 775? Yeah. Yeah, he's
No, so
probably
you're not doing it in
past it a bit,
classic,
isn't
but
he?
you're looking at it in draft for sure.
Yeah. No, that's true.
And lastly, Tanner Barone was laid out, so that's just a classic Geelong there, isn't it? In fucking match sim.
Yeah. That is classic Geelong.
And so I think you're not putting a line through him for that. We're watching him next week.
Yeah.
Just not too many big takeaways there. Brisbane v Carlton. Tell ya, we keep thinking the cliff is coming, but Dane Zorko just keeps ticking it over. Yeah.
Yeah, what did he go, like 111?
He went 111. Yeah, he went 111 supposedly with 20 kicks and 9 marks. And it's funny. It's one of those things where you think that, why would Dane Zorko care about preseason now? But maybe there is something to the fact that when you get to your late 30s, suddenly you know that at any point this could be it. So
Yeah.
look, the great man. He's not taking it for granted. He's out there. He's still racking up. Hey, maybe we were a bit low on him.
Yeah. I think it's just hard. You just never know. Just with his age, like when he'll go down, but
Nah,
hasn't showed
100%.
signs of it yet.
No, but one man who we were kind of fearing might hurt him, Kitty Coleman. He played forward,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I did not see coming, and he was very good. He's a great
Yeah.
player. I mean, we've seen it in a grand final. It's just a goddamn shame that we're not going to see him off halfback because we see they score really well for Brisbane. He would have been an absolute lock of all locks. And if Zorko does go down and injuries force him back there, then this
Yeah.
could flip completely. What are your thoughts on him in that half forward role?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a tough one for me. Like, yeah, because that half forward role, like, yeah, it's not prone to great scoring, is it? So, yeah, for me, I probably won't pick him if he's going to be playing half forward. But obviously, that was match sim. So, as we said, you can't look too much into it. But if he was playing half forward, it's for a reason. So,
Yeah, well,
yeah,
it's
I'm not
clear.
sure.
It's clearly a role that they want to trial him in, and he's going to be an option there
Yeah,
for him. He was very good. It'll be
yeah,
interesting that if this week he splits 50% forward, 50% back, maybe
mm,
that's what he'll do in the season. Yeah, because I don't think I could pick him as that half forward. I think you've got a best case there of like high 70s, and that's a best
yeah,
case. He could easily
exactly.
be 60s.
Yeah,
Whereas, if he's getting backline run, it's definitely one to still watch this week for sure.
oh
Will
yeah,
Will
100%.
Ashcroft, he's just going to be very good, isn't he? Not jogging the train tracks in match sim. So that's interesting. That's something to know.
Yeah, it's a good sign. Good sign.
Very good sign. Definitely one
Yeah.
I'm hot on this year. Not sure I'm going to get him in my classic side, but really like the look of it. Ainsworth, I saw you had him written down here. I had to find who the fuck that was. Not realising Ben Ainsworth's gone to Carlton. That is
Yeah.
that is news to me.
Yeah. Definitely. I mean, he kicked 4 goals, so
19 touches for Schnags it's got here.
yeah. So it's a pretty impressive stat line, really. So maybe just wanted to check out the draft.
Yeah, definitely late in your drafts, I think, there for Ainsworth.
Oh yeah, if you're in one of those deep leagues.
Oh, yeah. But Zach Bailey, you're taking him earlier because he is just dominating every time he goes out there at the moment. Another 21 touches,
Yeah.
3 goals, 3. You love
Yeah.
him. I know you're a big fan.
Yeah, I think he's a great player, Bailey. So I think, I mean, he's going to be a good one in drafts. And then Classic, it's a bit of a tough one, isn't it? Especially with Brisbane having a bye and stuff and his price. So, but yeah, he'll be good again this year.
No, for sure. Dan Animal, slightly concerning.
Yeah.
Slightly concerning. In fact,
it's a hard one, isn't it?
More than slightly concerning.
Oh, you reckon he's no good?
Well, no. I'm not saying he's no good, but from the reports I heard, he was shanking it all over the place and he scored 30 points. So that's not a great start.
No.
Especially in match sim. But hey, if he comes out this week in pre-season, I'm sure he'll get another crack and looks great. Then it will completely flip. And if he's then picked in round 0, we've all got him locked in. So, I mean, we get a look this week and then we get to see if he's picked round 0. So there's no rush here.
Yeah.
Don't rule him off the watch list, but I've made other plans that he's out of my side at the moment. But it's very easy to just downgrade one of those mid prices or what have you to down and free up some cash.
Okay.
Pidnet looks like he's going to be the number 1 ruck over Liam Reedy. No shock there. I'm just kind of ignoring them both, to be honest. I think Reedy might get a crack at some point as the number 1, but even then, like, he's not really inspiring, is he?
No, he's not. So, yeah, that pick's probably going to be a no-go, isn't it, in the forward line?
Yeah.
Quite a few of us were looking at it, but it's going to be a tough one to go with.
For sure. And just lastly, so obviously Jagger Smith had his 13 touches. We had a look at his VFL stats, and he does rack up without really filling it up elsewhere. Little bit of Elijah Sardis in his scoring potential, but from all reports, he is an absolute gun and a far better football player, and we can all lock him in and start him on our fields, I think, pretty safely.
Yeah. It'll be once again. It's just like I think Walsh had 13 as well. It'll be interesting this week with the actual proper preseason games where we get like the full stats.
Well, and I think you would want to see something from Sam Walsh because I know apparently he looked great. So eye test, that's great, but 38 points.
Has he just signed on as well?
Yeah, so I think they took him off in the sometime in the third quarter. Look, if you see him in the midfield and fit and firing, like we know what Walshy can do there, and apparently this is best preseason he's had for a while. So one week and a bye, I'm not willing to do that at his price, but it's definitely well, actually, unless he does something incredible in round 0, I could easily have my arm twisted on that. To be honest, I'm not.
Yeah, you could get your arm twisted for a lot of things.
Oh,
I think,
absolutely. Mate. No. When I start watching footy this week, it's going to get the melts. The melts are going to start. Because I've held strong this week.
100%.
I've held strong this week, but no, they're going to start. On to the Doggies and Sydney. And I think there's some really interesting takeaways here and some guys I want to really single out and talk about. Williams, this is where I'd mostly ignore these type of scores in pre-season. They were obviously chipping it about a lot back there. Had 30 touches, 12 marks, 130 points. Could be an option while Dale is out. But
he's usually on a wing, isn't he, for him as well? So
he could
maybe
I don't even know. Oh yeah, we'll wait until we see what happens this week. Matt Kennedy. So I've kind of looking at this as him and Fraser almost have the split Horcrux situation going on where neither can live while the other survives because they're both clearly guns. And Matt Kennedy, again, 24 touches, 9 marks, 7 tackles. This is what he does. He fills the stat sheet up. So last year, he was consistently 40 to 50% CBAs, was close to 100 guy. Yeah, went 117 here. I mean, we know he can do it. But then the other guy that everybody has breaking out and, the next Bont, and he is undoubtedly an unbelievable player, Joel Frazier. Now,
Yeah.
people were really excited by the role in this game. He was mostly in the guts, and I'm going to pump the brakes hardcore. And pump the brakes in terms of, because obviously I went last year. You don't get a prize for being early on a bloke like this. And
Right.
yes, he had the role. Bont and Ed Richards were out. Let's just look at this. Let's step back and have a look. You've got Marcus Bontempelli, you got Ed Richards, and then you got Tom Liberatore, and Libba was brilliant here. 28 touches, 7 marks, 4 tackles. He's not playing at halfback. He's playing in the guts.
Yeah.
So you've got those three.
Yeah,
They are your main 3 bananas. And then you've got Matt Kennedy, who's probably your 4th and will probably still get his 30 to 40% CBAs. So how is Joel Frazier getting the midfield clock when the actual season starts? I don't
know.
Even this week, he could have 70% CBAs and they respond a bit forward, like they try some things out. He could go 120 doing that. I promise, when the real season comes around, he is maybe 30% CBAs and he's playing forward when he's not in the middle, not back. So I'm not saying he's not a gun, and he will be a lock in our sides in the next 2 to 3 seasons. Absolutely 100%. Probably as soon as Libba kind of takes a step back. But while he is still there, unless there's injuries, these are the guys that I got sucked in last year. I get sucked in every year. Like I say, he could be full-time mid, score 120 this week. I'm not starting him.
Yeah. No, I think that's fair. It's just too many guys in there, isn't there? So
yeah,
as you said, Kennedy plus Libba, Ed Richards and Bont still to come in, who both get 80% CBAs.
No, 100%. You just got to remember that. And look, we do get to look at these guys in round 0, which is the real stuff as well. So that is, obviously a massive advantage. But just across the board, even if they have the role in preseason, you've got to remember who's out or if guys are going to be resting and not trying. Same here with Riley Sanders, just a repeat. And it's 2025 on repeat. So we know the bloke can score. He was a gun at juniors, had another 23 touches here, 6 marks, 5 tackles, was in the middle, scored 94, but the opportunity is just not going to be there, not at the Dogs. So keep him in mind in case of injuries. And as a flyer-laden draft, again, if people go down, there is a ceiling there if he gets the role, but he's probably 6th in line, really.
Yeah.
Connor Buderick. You talk some sense in me here, because this was first near capitulation of preseason for me.
This was 2 years ago, wasn't it, that you picked him?
Yep.
Yeah. Because you said to me, Buderick. And I said, I reckon he scored 80. I reckon he scored 88 2 years ago in preseason.
Yep. Yep. And he did twice, and he's playing halfback. And I picked him, and we sat there at the cricket club on a Saturday night, and he fucking scored 25 points.
I mean, he had a good game here, though. So,
well, now that I'm sitting here and looking at it, fucking who didn't have a good game for the Dogs? So, I don't know. He's an option.
Who won?
Again, round 0 is a bit of a cheat code here because I'm not going to read too much into the preseason score for him. But if he's good in round 0 back there, then maybe we have to have a look.
The thing is, he's forward as well, and he's 500k. He is dirt cheap.
So look, if he could. I'm leaving it open to him in round 0 to convince me otherwise. But this way, he's not coming in my side this week. No way.
Yeah. Okay.
Lockie Jacks. I assume it's Jacks. He's an absolute lock now, unless we see otherwise. from
Yeah, lovely.
preseason reports before this, he was already getting mentioned as a track bolter, and when he just comes out and confirms it, dominates with 22 touches, 6 marks, apparently a great chase down. People at the ground were raving about him. Great role back there. And look, Bulldogs were playing bloody Nick Caulfield back there at times last year.
Yeah, you're
So,
right.
like I
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
when, the midfielders, there's not a chance there, there is definitely a chance for one of these guys to lock a spot in down back. So,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure at 230K. Once again, round 0, we get to see it, so don't stress over it too much, but you've got to have him in at the moment of what we saw there.
Yep.
And then obviously Dale is a big injury watch because he's a big domino to fall in terms of because that would open up a lot of kick-ins and a lot of points back there if he was to go down.
Yeah.
On the Swan side of things, Heaney just set for a monster year. You were hot on this. He had 28
Yeah.
touches, 6 marks, 7 tackles,
Jeez.
2 goals, 131. Pretty handy.
I tell you,
You can
if he
still
didn't
do
have
it.
a bye, yeah.
I'm picking Goulden. So why can't you pick Heaney?
No, you're right. He's good.
I think
he's
he's
a very,
in.
very good player.
I think he's in
But
for
you're
you.
trying to.
Well, you've
trying
been
to
telling me all
sabotage me.
pre-season, yeah, Heaney, here we go. Well, he's clearly fit and firing and ready to fucking go. And Sydney, let me tell you, I've got Sydney bouncing back hard this year. I think they were smashed by injuries. Everything is
Yeah.
saying that they're going to be back to that top 4. And we saw Heaney when the Swans were dominating. I mean, I'm not willing to say he can go 110. We saw him score, a
Yeah.
fucking 160 last year or whatever it was. He can go 110 easily.
Yeah, he definitely can. It's interesting.
It's
It'd
hard
be
to tag.
interesting to see what he puts up in this preseason and stuff. And they've got a bit of a
Yeah,
interesting run to start for
I mean,
someone like Heaney, but
look, you wouldn't be too concerned if he didn't score massive next week. If he went big round 0, like you'd have to seriously consider.
yeah,
'Cause I like it.
I definitely would. I
Yep.
definitely would consider it.
Yeah.
Which would be wild.
Now,
it would be pretty fun.
no, I think it'd be great fun. Now, here's a man that I've started to heat up on this preseason, and spoke to one of our Swannies mates. We got a couple of them on the weekend, and Nick Blakey, Lizard Blakey. So
Insane.
I'd already been
He's going
talking
off.
about him. He comes out and has 22 kicks, 10 marks, 115. Undoubtedly had probably fucking 10 plus kick-ins in that. At the end of the last year, he took control. He took over that back line. As we, kind of mentioned in previous episodes, he came home strong, averaging 100 in his last 5. But then I was reminded that at the start of last year, he was playing as a key back, if you remember. Because Sydney remember there was the Tom McCartan was playing up forward and they just had a crisis.
Yeah.
And Blakey was playing as a key back. It's why Matt Roberts was good. And it's why then Matt
Yes.
Roberts fell to pieces late in the season. It's why Bice had a little go. But then
Okay.
obviously once Blakey and Mills were back there, those other two died off. I think Blakey's the number 1 back there. He's got a lockdown on kick-ins. And we don't picture him as this massive fantasy scorer, but he's looking like he can be 100 dude. And he's only 25 years old. So I actually don't really have a good answer as to why he can't be.
Yeah. No, I think I think he's a really good pick in draft and then classic.
In draft.
I just think there's too many guys on buys, but draft, he's a great draft pick.
Like, I'm looking at him next to a Tom McCarthy. I think he beats Tom McCarthy. And I think he actually possibly beats Tom McCarthy comfortably.
Comfortably?
I'm telling you, the Lizard, if you take one thing away from
You're
this
hot.
pod, it's Lizard Blakey. We'll get to see him in action this week. I'm telling you.
Okay, is he in your team?
No, but like him and McCarthy, they're kind of going head to head. Let me tell you, if Colby and Nick Newman don't get up, he's probably in. I'll say that.
Wow. Okay, it's a statement. I
No,
like it.
it's a statement. But I am like when I was reminded of that situation they had at the start of last year. It's like no shit. He averaged 7 in the first half.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's epic.
No, I like it.
I like it.
I really like it. Errol Goulden, of course, he'll be massive.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. This transition game, it'll help him. The Swannies are looking to play quick. Yeah, I like everything about it.
Yeah, he only had 3 tackles, but I saw there was 2 back-to-back tackles that I actually saw at one point. It was just like,
And he had
getting in and
60%
under.
centre bounces. So those centre bounce stats, I don't have them in front of me here. Some I've got from memory, but obviously we'll get a good look at that this week with everyone back,
Yeah.
and actually we'll have
That'll
the
be good.
stats. So that will be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, Errol, he's in there for me. Charlie Curnow, I tell ya,
Oh,
massive draft option. What was the one thing the Swannies were missing all year? And it was a key forward. I mean, hey, you dropped Charlie Curnow, who's... I'm looking this up right now. What's Charlie Curnow's best season? Because I swear he had a season where he dominated
80s?
an average mid-80s.
yeah. 80, 82.
Here it is. 87 he averaged in 2023. He's now going to the Swannies,
Okay, yeah.
who I think are going to dominate. He is the number one option. I mean, he's got to be red-hot favourite for the Coleman. I think I'm big on my Swannies this year. Now, fuck, mate, I know it's a lot of draft players, but what is his price in fantasy? Because it's got to be $690K.
Yeah.
$690K. He's back and fit, and Sydney are dominating. He can easily average 85 and push 90. And he's priced in the mid-60s.
You think you could pick him?
I'm picking Petrarca. How much better is
Who have they
Petrarca
got
going to be
first
than
round?
Kerno?
They got Brisbane first game, so he'll be up against Harris Andrews. Be interesting. Imagine if he has a massive game.
Mate. So round 0 is going to flip everything, because all these guys that I
Yeah,
like, if I
they
see
may as well
Charlie
not even
Curnow
speak.
dominate, he's in. No, he's
He
in.
probably is, yeah.
100% he's in. So look, I'm not. Yeah, they're not
Oh.
locks, and we can't get too crazy on the buys. But yeah, I'm really big on Sydney. And yeah, Charlie Curnow, especially in draft. We did our draft rankings update today, and this is one I definitely forgot to mention, because we will have another look at it this week. But I think I'll be bumping him up again.
We'll probably update him again on like Saturday or something.
Yeah, I think
for
so.
People.
I think so. Bicey. Now, I've been really hot here. It's time to pour some cold water on it, take a realistic view. I know everyone's excited. We've seen him score a 120 before. He sometimes gets some kick-ins. Like, he's got a laser of a left peg, and he's having a massive preseason. And by all accounts, he's going to be locked in the side. So that is all great news. My issue is that he's not going to be locked in the side as that distributing defender, because you have Blakey, who is a clear number one back there, and you've got Callum Mills back there. So, number one, he's barely going to get a kick in, right? So, even if he gets a few in I can't say. He's third in the pecking order back there. We saw Roberts, like, in a similar role, be like a mid to high 60s guy in the back half of the year.
Yeah.
He could even play on a wing. So, I'm sure he'll play, and I'm sure he'll average better than his sub-affected 50-odd. But I don't think, like, I've heard people saying, oh, he's definitely going to be like mid to high 70s. I'm not fully convinced he's definitely going to be that, because I just think he's too far down the pecking order. Sydney have too many guns back there. And this game, he scored 50. So, there was all the hype and he's looking great. And he's, as Ricky Ponting said, he only scored 50. So, for me, Bicey, yeah, similar to Fraser and Sanders, I just don't quite think the opportunity's there unless someone goes down.
Yeah.
Lastly here.
No, I agree with that.
Yep. That's good to hear. Jais are wrong. So he's cheap. I hadn't even thought about him. Old Jai. 270K.
Yeah.
Dane Rampy is clearly ahead, I'd say, to start the season. So, but he's definitely going to be a mid-season upgrade target from the looks of things. Because I think, he's a chance. He'll be around the side. He'll be in the emergencies.
Right, okay.
Over to Gold Coast and the Saints.
Yeah.
Let's not overcomplicate things here. Sam Flanders, he is a massive lock in Fantasy Classic, but are we underestimating the upside?
I think last time we spoke about him, you said he could go. You said he could go pretty big, so I don't think we were underestimating it.
No, I certainly wasn't. I was hot on it. But now I'm actually starting to think I was underestimating it. because I'm getting carried away
Okay.
again.
You're getting Jack McRae areas. I mean, 129 is a
I'm getting
Yeah.
into was putting Sheasel in his own tier, too bold areas.
Ooh, really?
Mate, he flashed piggish tendencies in a match sim. He's flashed piggish tendencies
Yeah.
before. When he was at halfback for Gold Coast, it was disgusting. He had him
Yeah. Do
in
you
his
think?
classic side
Yeah.
as captain every week.
Do you think in a 10-man draft
Mm-hmm.
could he be a top 10 pick?
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah, he could be.
Yeah.
I think he's clearly the number 2 forward. Like,
Yeah.
I know
I
there might have been some discussion with regards to
like
Petrarca, but
yeah, no.
that's
And this is obviously he's like in his prime. He's
yeah,
gonna have his own role to, sounds like do whatever he wants in the middle, down back, just go and chase the pill, basically. And if he's fit, which clearly he must be, he's just had 31 touches, 8 marks.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Obviously, it's a no-brainer in classic, but yeah, in draft, I'm like heating up even more. I think he could be massive.
okay,
Uh,
all right.
Max Hall, genuine gun. We kind of, pumped his tyres up before anyway. Just watching
Yeah,
the bloke play
he's
once,
good.
you can tell he's very
Yeah,
good. Still half forward
yeah,
role, so look, there's not unbelievable upside, but he had 115 here, having 19 touches and kicking 4 snags. I mean, he is unreal. So an
yeah.
average of closer to 80 is definitely a possibility. You'd have to say.
I agree.
Windy should improve. So I think he can slowly improve this year. Had 26 touches here for 92. Yeah,
Yeah,
I like him. A nice little draft, sneaky draft pick there, I think. Jack McRae. Now, it didn't end well for me, right? And that's understandable. And I copped the flack I deserve. But he started the year.
oh,
He started the year on fire, mate. He started the year on
it's
fire, and
annoying.
then he had that back injury. And you've got to question,
Yeah,
was that playing a bigger factor? Because all of a sudden, he went from kind of dominating in and under for the Saints to barely playing and being in the vest every
yeah.
week.
Well, mate, that's like that interview with Ricky Ponting where he goes, "Yeah, but he got 20, mate."
Why?
You know, he still averaged under 107.5.
Okay, no, but sure. But there was a reason for it. If Joe Root
Yeah,
had been
okay.
concussed that day, it would have been a reason that he scored 40.
Yeah, okay.
No, Jack, look, and we're not considering classic. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying maybe last year there was something
In
to it.
draft.
And in
Yeah.
draft, maybe we shouldn't rule him out because I kind
No,
of
I
had
know.
ruled him out.
That's fair.
So he's back on the watch list for
No.
me if he's looking good next week. The Pooh,
Okay.
27 touches, mostly as a mid, apparently. That's a lock and
Yeah,
load for me.
exciting.
We were hot on him
Really
anyway.
exciting.
It's nice to hear that. So even if he's
Yeah.
inconsistent, that's fine. He's priced at 60. He can be inconsistent as long as the ceiling scores are
Yeah.
there and the roll's nice. And again, the opportunity is, I think, clearly there. It's not like Saints are missing people here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. This is why it's a different situation. Your Sanders and Fraser for me. So the Pooh's in.
Yeah. Yep.
NWM, I'm just going to ignore this score. Why would he care about this? But he's a full-time mid, so that's the only thing we need to tick off there. And then, so Rowan Marshall and TDK, this was interesting. Marshall clearly played forward more, so it's going to be almost certain that he picks up forward status, which is the thing to consider here, because will he average enough to be a top forward? Like in that kind of top, I mean, maybe top 6 forwards if we're thinking classic as well, and a guy that we're going to eventually have to get, and a guy to, not bump down too far in your draft boards? Or is he literally just going to average 75 to 80?
I'm not. It's yeah. I don't know, mate. I have no idea. I need to see. When are they playing this week?
Uh,
I need to see.
Gotta have it
That's
up.
a,
But no,
that'll
but
be a
that-
game
okay.
to watch.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I think I agree in that I need to see the Marshall TDK dynamic myself, because then TDK was in the ruck mostly, but had less hit-outs, I believe, and scored really poorly. So I think it's a close watch in general for those two this week. For Gold Coast, not too much to take out here. Missing a few players. I think they all only played a half. Petrarca looks fit and hungry. and I'm starting to consider. So
Yeah.
he's in my side at the moment. It's really structure dependent. So he's not locked by any means.
Yeah.
But when I need to spend the money somewhere, and I'm looking at some of the dodgy forwards I've got, and I can get Christian Petrarca in, it's like, well, that's probably worth spending
He's
up.
got a great. He's got a great start to the year, so I can't knock that.
Yeah.
Call from you.
Right, for sure. Leo Lombard, again, a lock for now, was very good here, had 60 points. And we get to see this week and round 0. So have him in for now. We'll get to see a good look this week. Dill Patterson, keep him on your watch list because he scored quite well. I don't know if he can sneak into that forward line somehow. But hey, I don't know. I've never seen him play. So definitely have him on your watch list. And Zeke Ullin again. So I wasn't sure what to take away here. Apparently he was cramping or something. Only scored 32.
In like the third quarter, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. We'll we'll get a good look this week in round 0. So not too much to worry about there. Essendon Richmond. Fair bit to take away here. First name I've got here, Archie Roberts. So I've got him in our keeper league, and I tell you, we're restructuring the league this year, and we're cutting down the keepers, and I've got some big calls to make because Archie Roberts, 20 years old, he is clearly a ball magnet. Had another 28 touches here, 7 marks. He did this last year, where he was averaging pretty close to 90 for the majority of the season without any kick-ins down there. So, I mean, he's the type of bloke that if he could take the mantle of those kick-ins from, obviously Ridley's already gone down, McGrath kind of lost that at the end of last year anyway, Redmond's the guy, but if Archie could start getting those, I mean, then he's got 3-figure upside, to be honest.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So
it's just a matter of whether those guys.
Yeah, and I think he's a bit too expensive for me to start, but hold on him in draft. And look, if you start him in Classic, good on you. I mean, hey, if he looks fucking awesome and has kick-ins like this week, I'm not ruling him out.
Yeah, exactly.
Jai Caldwell, 25 and a goal. So, he was very good. Saw what we needed to see there, I think. And same with Darcy Parish. Pretty much a must pick. It sounds like he's ticking every box. Back to peak fitness, which would be great to see. My boy, looking good again. Blackiston, another bloke shaping up as a must pick. And these are the guys that, you know, those cheap blokes that when they tick every box and they're locked and loaded for round 1, I mean, don't overcomplicate it.
Have to go with him.
He's under 400K.
Yeah.
Can score all right. I mean, he's going to be back there, which we can be sure
on a silver platter.
Yeah. Dyson Sharp. So, look, he's got that half-forward role, which for some players is probably pretty disgusting. But, look, he can find the ball. How many did he have here? He had 19 touches, only scored 50. But as long as he's picked, and there's no way Essendon don't pick him. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He has to be in there. So, it might not be exciting. He might not get too many CBAs, but I think he's a pretty safe option for me at the moment. Jacob Farrow.
It's going to be hard for him to get CBAs.
No, because they've got a stacked midfield for such a shit side somehow.
Which is, it's quite funny, isn't it?
Absolutely. Jacob Farrow. So he's another one that when I'm restructuring and I want to like cheap out on rookies or take rookies out and he goes for me, I sit there and go, I think that's the wrong call. Like I think he is a rookie that I would look back on at the end of the season if I didn't start him and say, what the fuck were you thinking again, mate? It'd be the typical story.
Yeah. It's so funny because there's still 2 weeks left for you to just completely melt.
No, absolutely. But at the moment, he's in like my structure. I don't want to. I don't try to move him around. Had 15 touches here, 46. I think he's solid.
Yeah.
Anyone else here? So it was over the Tigers.
Yeah.
I don't know who the fuck Sonzi is that you've written down here. Can you help me out?
Well, he had 32 disposals, 8 marks, and he had 1 behind, but 115 points. It was a big game.
How much?
He's a mid forward, so
Tyler
might be like
Sonzi.
500 to 600K.
Fuck. Well, now that your boy Hodden's out, Are you looking Sonsy's way?
Huge out. No. Yeah, no, that is disappointing. I think, what was it? Hit stress fracture
Yes.
for Houghton?
Yeah. It's a bizarre
Big
one.
grim.
Don't know where that comes from. But
Yeah.
yeah. No, that
Yeah.
does hurt. Grill
But
is
then,
probably
Grills, yeah.
yeah, he's the story here, isn't he? Lock and load. Looks like an elite
Yeah.
player. Not that I watched him play, but he does sound like an elite player for sure.
Yeah.
Sam Cumming. So this is one he has moved out of my side at the moment, but I mean,
Okay.
yeah. All I need to see is him in the side and playing well, and I mean, he scored 59. I actually don't know why he's not in my side. I'm gonna have to fix this after we stop recording. He's back in as well.
Yeah.
And lastly,
Yeah,
Lawler.
should be.
So I don't think I can do it. I know, like, he didn't play much here. Scored 24,
Yeah.
played, I don't know, 1.5, 2, maybe he played a half. It's a bit like Harley last year. He slowly moved into the midfield, looked great at times, but he averaged 60 odd, averaged 68 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and Richmond are gonna win a game. He's a gun.
No.
Don't get me wrong, and I get why people want Lawler in their side. I don't think that one's worth it. I don't think there's enough upside there.
Yeah. See how he goes in pre-season.
That's another one where I think he can go really well in pre-season, dominating the guts, and I still don't want to do it because I think they'd come out and get smoked in round 1, and he scores like 50. So
yeah, it's every chance.
Yes, I'm off that a little bit. But great player, don't get me wrong. Collingwood GWS, not much to take away here, to be honest. Pendles, bit of DPP watch here, I think. So I didn't get to see where he played, but I'd heard halfback rumours. And if you've got Pendles walking out of halfback, that's a draft lock, really, as a sneaky late
one to
pick.
watch.
Jordan Ngoe, another one, way too expensive in fantasy because of how those prices work, similar to Hayden Young. But definitely one for draft watch for us to get to see him play this week. So we might have to bump him up a little further. Now, Kieran Briggsy.
Okay.
Briggsy, my boy. Dominated. 4 goals for the big fella, 16 touches, 5 marks. 5 marks, 13 hitouts, 98 points. I mean, everyone go out there and pick him. Go Briggsy.
Holy shit, Oscar Steen had 19 hitouts.
Who?
Exactly.
The Pies ruck. Hey, look, everyone who listens to this podcast knows that Kieran Briggs is a fucking...
Don't make me laugh, mate. It hurts.
He shouldn't be anywhere near people's sides. Don't do it. If you pick him, it's one less team to worry about. Moving on. Harry Ralston, 26 disposals as a mid. Okay. This is one of those bolters that we like to refer to that I hadn't even considered, but this is another one where with Tom Green, I think if Tom Green was fit, this is one of those where I'd say, look, he's a great player and he might get a chance at some point, but I'm not sure the chance will be there. But with Tom Green down, you've got Oliver and you've got Finn, and then I don't know who else. And he's 21. He was really good last year when he got smashed by Vest scores. I think he averaged 73 outside of the Vest. Was already hyped in preseason. And to then come and look, and he had 26 touches in the guts. I mean, and that's an opportunity that I think is going to be there. So he's in my side currently at 544K.
Yeah, fair enough. I like that.
Is he in yours?
Keen to see how he's not in my side currently, but
okay, that's fair.
I didn't realize how well he went in this game. So he's probably one to watch for me in
I think
in the preseason.
Well, again,
game,
we've got the cheat code of
round 0 as well. So
not only
round 0, if he goes really well, then it's almost like I probably have to pick him. My hand forced. So
the whole comp would have him. Yeah. So we've got that cheat code up our sleeve, but he's in my side at the moment.
Yeah.
Looks very good. Whitfield, the Ash v Whit watch will be interesting this week. I think we'll see something similar to last year. Clary, he's got a clear path to being a full-time mid here, obviously, with Tom Green being down. Had 30 touches here, so, I mean, we've seen Clary go 110 before. I don't think he's going to get that time on ground that he used to.
No.
So I think like hundreds your best scenario, but hey, so that would be very handy in draft if you could go 100. So
Agreed.
hopefully he stays
Yep.
fit. And unfortunately, Brent Daniels. Rest in peace, Brent. Went
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, you hate to see it. You hate to see it.
I do hate to see that.
I mean, that 140 that 170 that he pumped out that one time a couple of years ago. That'll never be forgotten.
You'll still draft him.
Yeah, probably.
On to the D's and North. Holy fucking shit! I tell ya, they're going to be the same three teams down the bottom again. Because North,
Yeah,
I
agree.
mean, I understand it's a match sim and who cares, but at some point, can we just see something? Cozzy Pickett, he was just licking his lips out there. 28-5. Now you think, oh, that is ridiculous, but it's only a match sim. He's done that in the AFL. He did it last year.
Yeah, he will.
Just has these
He will do it.
ridiculous 3 Brownlow vote games. I managed to bring him in for his 2 worst scores of the season against the Eagles and the Tigers, but I think I'm starting to be willing to look past that because obviously the opportunity
Yeah, you
there
got
at
to.
Melbourne is huge. And
Yeah.
I mean, he's fucking unreal. Yeah, it'll be because he's actually it's role watch for me in terms of maybe not just CBAs, but then where is he playing for the majority of the game? If he is even 50-50 guts forward, then he's probably in for track for me. But if it's going to be still like 20% midfield, starts at centre bounces, but 80% forward, and then just dominates pushing up the ground, like, okay, I might then pass because I think you'll get some great scores and some really poor scores. But hey, he's one to he's got huge upside. Let's put it that way.
Yep. Yeah, I agree, mate. He's probably in the top 6 forwards at the moment, right? So
yeah, no, that's fair. I think he's locked. I think we were too cold on him in draft. He's very good player. Another man that we just out of hesitation we were cool on, but I'm getting hotter and hotter is Jack Steele. So
yeah, absolutely.
D's fans had huge raps for him in this game. Had 21 touches, 5 marks, 6 tackles, approximately, a couple goals. Just is very good. He's looking fit, which is all we need to hear. We know he's going to have the midfield role, pure midfield role, which we're after. I think it's a safe as House's pick, to be honest, with upside.
Yeah, agreed.
We've seen him average 120 before, so 110 is certainly not out of the question. Langford,
No, I agree.
huge Q4, and another bloke that will be in our sides at some point and is a gun. I'm just not willing to go there this year. So, yeah, was unsighted from the first few quarters, dominated the last. But we'll see midfield minutes, but we'll play a lot on the wing as well. So, it's a pass for me, and I don't think he's going to be draft relevant either this year. But hey, he's a gun, and Melbourne will be fun to watch.
Yep, fair.
Trent Rivers, is this bloke just forever mid because another 19 disposals and 69 points, and I know it's just a match sim score, but
No, you can't be picking Trent Rivers after
what we saw in Origin.
He was poor.
Really poor.
I don't know.
No.
Yeah,
No
so
good.
I don't know. That's just my opinion.
No, I agree. Pickett, the other Pickett, Latrell Pickett.
Oh, Latrell.
Wow.
He's good.
How's the highlights package here? Like, those two, to just owning him will be a fun watch. Even if he doesn't touch it and he scores 30. Like, you can have fun. And the thing is, he looks capable of having that big game where he kicks 3 or 4, scores 80. If he does that at 306K, his price is going to go flying. I think, I can't imagine the job security won't be there. It looks like he's locked in. So, hey, if we're looking at throwing away these forward rookie spots, he could be one to put on your bench and have confidence every Thursday night he's going to be there. Yeah,
he's in for me at the moment, for sure.
Yeah. No, that's a good call. I think that's one I'm cheaping out on that I probably need to fix up. Xavier Taylor, unfortunately, there's a line through him for me at the moment. Didn't get much of a gig. Hopefully a downgrade target if he doesn't make the round 1 squad.
There.
Over to North, Caleb Daniel, he just won't go away. 33 touches here, 7 marks, 110. and it's not really helping North, is it? So I don't know. Come back, Colby, is all I've got to say there.
Yeah. Yep.
Shees, who cares? Shees is in the fucking category of it's match sim. I don't need to try. And the thing
Yeah.
is, this is what happens to North when Shees doesn't try. But come round one, hopefully people take him out because that's another less team to worry about.
Yeah. Oh, I couldn't agree more.
Could
not agree more.
Okay, X-Man. Talk me off the ledge here because I've said all preseason
No.
the rucks is where I fuck it and I mess around and I find out and here we are again. And last week I had Gorn and Sherry and all of a sudden my rucks combine about 1.3 million between all three.
Yeah.
1.4 million.
Oh, look, mate. We'll obviously get to one of the guys you've got in the next game, but I don't know, Cherry. Heath sort of matched him with the hit outs numbers and probably a few less hugs out there for him. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I don't know. It is a bit worrying with him. I think he's one of the rucks that might get impacted by the.
It is a worry, but then I think
rules.
I agree, and I'm starting to get worried, and I need to see something this week. But also, if I see X come out in preseason this week and nail a few blokes and ton, then I think I'd be like, well, hang on, because
then
his
that's
fixtures,
fine. Yeah.
his fixtures are still a bit of a pisser,
A joke,
and that's the thing that we can fall back on. So, yes, I think I'm getting nervous, but I think he's not ruled out by any means. I still want him.
Pinch of salt.
Yep. No, you're right. You're right. What about the Spin King, the Foss, the Fossil?
Oh, well done to him. I don't know what else to say.
Well, mate, he's in the guts. There is a bit to say here. He's moved genuine guts on ball. Had 23 disposals here. 23 disposals with 61 points. That's typical Foss. But he came in as a mid, and apparently he's playing midfield and looks good. So
okay,
he was
all right.
He was that shit last year that he's actually still affordable. So
he improved towards the end of last year, and I know he came from a real low base, but I don't know. You'd have to see something amazing in the next game in preseason. I would have thought.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Okay, fair enough. But he's on the watch list. And just lastly, Zane Dersma, I think, is on the watch list for me as well. Still a forward playing for North, so we've got other forwards up there. But hey, if he's playing, got to be one to watch.
Yep.
On a Port v Adelaide, let's start wrapping this up. Willem Drew, you reckon he's a handy player?
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, I think with Willem Drew is they're going to pick him, and then I guess we can go down to Will Brodie, who had 8 disposals. I don't know how much of the game he played.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just an interesting one. Is Will Brodie going to get a game, or if he does get a game, what role is he going to have? And then when Wines is back after 2 games, are you going to be looking to move him on, basically, or having to move him on?
This is I said a few weeks ago, Will Brodie's definitely going to come out in round 1 and score 90. Now I'm a little less confident that he's going to score well, but I think he might start there. But Winesy comes in, he goes out, and then you're stuck with a forced trade. So I'm not really interested, to be honest.
Yeah.
Rosie, as expected, just tick him off. Vizentini was named as the sole ruck and was pretty horrendous from the reports that I heard. So I don't think he's a great ruck. I don't think he's the answer. And I'm absolutely not interested in him at 500k or whatever he is because I don't think he's very good.
Okay.
JHF injured again. So this is one to note from in terms of Port mids, and I know people were excited about Brodie after seeing JHF go down.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it's too serious yet, but I'm slightly concerned in terms of drafting JHF with all this injury talk.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think I think even before that, I don't know, because he's mid only, isn't he? So.
Oh, is he mid only? Should I assume he's a forward? Well, good on me there.
Is he? Maybe I'm wrong.
No.
Yeah, he's mid only.
Yeah. Well, then bump him way down. Todd Marshall scored 6 points. And I think just like that, Toddy Marshall's run for me came to an end.
Yeah, it was a good few weeks, a good couple of weeks.
It made things easy, didn't it? Phil
Yeah.
Thorpe kicked a bag. He's going to be very good. Definitely a draft sneaky one.
Yeah.
Looks like he's going to dominate. The talking point here, McAndrew. So you've got to say at this point, it's getting real that they're probably looking at picking him.
Yeah.
Got need in the guts, which he's going to have to work on that technique a little bit there with the jump. But hey, he's a big boy.
Yeah.
He can actually run, hopefully. So that's an upgrade on Riley already. So, hey, yeah, I don't know. It's slightly concerning, actually, when I heard the other week that O'Brien was beating him on the ground. Because I'm thinking, shit, if Riley O'Brien is beating on the ground, that's got to be a slight concern.
Yeah, he's pretty fit, to be fair, Riley O'Brien.
Yeah. So, look, where I'm at with McAndrew is if he gets named round 1, he's at the moment I'm going to pick him and I'm going to pick him R2. And the reason I'm going to pick him R2 is because, firstly, I think I've got a playing R3. Secondly, we've got rounds 2 to 4 where it's best 18, where we can go dropping scores off. So it's not like you've got 1 week to restructure. If he gets dropped, you've probably got 3 or 4 weeks, before really needing to restructure. And there's plenty of, rucks that are coming off buys that we can look to get. So it won't be easy. But the upside of having a rookie, R2 that can average mid-70s if he's playing and if he's getting picked, I think that's worth it for me, especially with the backup of a playing R3. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, it's exactly where I'm at as well, mate. So if he's picked as the sole ruck, he's in.
Yeah.
Ruck 2 for me. Good
to hear. Just lastly, Freo v Eagles. So the only game that I properly got to watch start to finish last week, Caleb Sarong looked very good, had a big game. Obviously no tags here, and that's the real concern, but he looked good. So he's still value. I think he's a pretty safe pick. It might not be an exciting pick, but it's a safe pick. Luke Jackson looks really good. Was playing solo ruck. What will be interesting, I really hope, excuse me, that Sean Darcy plays this week because it would be great to get a look at Jackson and this on-ball Jackson that we continue to hear about. Didn't see any of it on the weekend. Either he was in the ruck or he was resting forward. So obviously that's managing workload. But yeah, if you can see him 30% ruck when Darcy's off and maybe, 30% guts and then 30% forward, you could, be looking at, a high-scoring player. Where if it's going to be a lot more just forward and then a little bit of pinch-hitting ruck and not much mid-time, then I don't think there's much upside. So that's a big watch for me this week because he's currently in my side, but I'm not convinced.
Yeah, that's fair.
Murphy Reid looks very good every time I see him play. Looked good again, scored well.
Yeah.
He's going to slowly start to run through the middle. I don't think it'll be enough to make him relevant this year, but as a late draft flyer, definitely worth a look for sure. Because, even a 70 averaging forward is worth it in draft, and I think he can definitely be that.
Yeah.
Ryan Marich looked great off halfback. He struggled at times with kind of decision making, and even though we thought he was a good kick, he was a bit of a butcher at times last year. But he looks like he's worked on that role, and that's going to be his role again. So he's going to score well doing that. He's going to score 80s. Now, I don't know. It's definitely one to consider late in your drafts for sure. T-Mac, as we thought, full-time inside mid. Looked very good. Scored a lot late, so he was probably struggling, beforehand. That'll be the real question is, can the Eagles be competitive and score okay? Because if they can, then I think T-Mac's a lock and should average high 90s minimum. But if it's a struggle for them as a side and to score points, then, he might just have some games where he goes 60 or 70 just because we don't fucking touch a thing.
Yeah, keen to see how he goes on Sunday. Same with a lot of these guys.
Yeah, for sure. Harley Reid looks awesome, locked in that middle. It'll be him and T-Mac full-time mids and then everyone else rotating through. Again, the question will be, the Eagles as a side. Harley, he's still giving away free kicks. I think you're going to get some poor scores still. But if he can develop a ceiling, there's obviously value there for sure.
Yeah.
Yowie was fully fit looked solid. You can't do it in Classic. I don't think he's going to score well enough. But it looks like he's going to be out there round 1, which is good news.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, Dev Robertson, we're locking him in. Looked very good in the midfield. Massive tick. Xavier Dersma, we're locking him in. Don't overthink this.
Yeah.
Slotted one from 50 with one of his first touches. Was everywhere early.
Yeah, that was elite.
We're going to find him. You're going to see plenty of it on the wing at Optus. Like, he's going to average 50s as a worst case scenario, which is putting 200K on his price. And it could be better. Perfect job security. Just pick him, I think. Josh Lindsay, one I'm very happy to lock him in.
Oh, yeah.
Watching him play and just, he's got a laser of a left peg. I saw people like thinking like he was pretty average. I don't know. I was watching him thinking he was fucking brilliant. Had 18 touches. Okay, he had a couple turnovers, but I think we need him playing. I don't know. Yeah, I'm very confident watching that, thinking he'll be there and he's in my side and on my field.
Yep, agreed.
CDT. So, awesome player. Had a great run down tackle at Jackson. He looks very good. Now, he's gonna score poorly, but at least we saw him pinch hitting in the ruck. So he will get that, 20, 30% ruck when Flynn's off the ground, and then he'll be playing forward a lot. Now, what does he realistically average? Probably 50 is almost like a best case where there's going to be some 30s.
I reckon, yeah.
But if he can have those games where he can pump out a 70 or an 80, there's cash to be made there. His job security is locked. I think I'd rather that than throwing away R3, especially if you want to start McAndrew.
I could see him having a game or two where he kicks a few goals, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because he's a big guy. He's he's a good player. So, I think there'll be a couple games where he, as you said, could get 70 or 80.
Yep, agree. Bo Allen. It's harsh. It's harsh. But how do you go through the middle of pre-season hype train of everybody's burning up the track? This bloke's burning up the track. We've got 20 midfielders in match sims. And I don't hear his name mentioned. Am I being cynical? It's a concern.
This isn't an Eagles. It's not an Eagles podcast, but
people are thinking he's going to get picked and are considering him.
Oh no, he won't get picked. No, he won't get picked.
Correct.
Yeah, he didn't play the first half.
No.
So
look, hopefully he comes in at some point, because if he comes in, he'll be a downgrade option. So he's working into it. Newton, lastly, what's his first name? Jacob. Jacob Newton.
Yeah, Jacob.
Been impressive all pre-season, was our mid-season pickup last year. And those guys have tended to do quite well and continue to get picked. So Noah Long's injury, that was very sad, but that definitely locks Newton into the side, I would have thought. Don't laugh.
You just said it's sad. I was pretty sure you laughed or cheered.
No. That is taken out of context.
How's it taken out of context?
I took it back. I regretted it and took it back. This is horrendous. I hope he gets well. He's a great young man. But
no, Jacob.
We're locking in Jacob Newton.
He only had 3 kicks, but one of them was an absolute.
Well, actually, that's a fair point.
Absolute beauty.
Yeah, because I think he's very good, but he's also playing as a forward pocket for the Eagles. So as much as I'm like, on one hand, job security at 230K is rare, almost non-existent. If you can average, almost 40, you're going to make money, good money. But he could literally be a dude that consistently scores 20. So
he scored 41 in round 24 last year. So...
Okay. Yeah. Like the job security's there. So look, if I need that cash, I think I'm cheaping out on Latrell. So will I come to regret that? I don't know. But he's in my side.
Let's see.
That wraps it up for the match sims. So plenty in that. We've gone for an hour there. It's our longest podcast this pre-season. It's good to have some actual footy back, and I tell you, I'm excited can't wait to actually sit down and watch some games this week. Get some proper stats coming through. We'll be back.
Yeah, looking forward to good stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to our draft on Sunday. Can't wait for that. We'll be back
Yeah, true.
recording before so we'll miss like the last game of preseason, but we'll record Sunday morning
Yeah.
lunchtime and get that out
Okay.
either Sunday night or Monday morning next week, and then it's round 0. It's the real stuff. So footy's back.
Exciting. Very excited for all the our draft, and then the wash-up draft as well.
Hell of a
as
week.
well. So yeah, it's going to be good fun.
Hell of a week. All right, hopefully you're feeling
All right.
better come the weekend, mate.
Yeah.
And
all right. Fingers crossed.
sounding better, and yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah.
All right.
Cheers, guys. See you later.
See you, legends.